Hey guys, Chaotic Burn here. Gotta do a review of one of my new favorite knives. I purchased this about 4 or 5 months ago. Just made this sheath today. Still gotta finish out the leather. It's still pretty rough. This is actually just some scrap leather I had, and I wanted to make a sheath for this knife because it is a monster of a knife and fits in the sheath really well. It's kind of an odd design, but I'll get into that sheath later. As I said, leather is one thing that I'm working in right now. I'd like to eventually start doing kydex, and this, as well as my Spartan, are two of the knives that I'd like to make sheaths for out of kydex. Some really good tutorial review videos on YouTube about that, but today I'm talking about this, the Rajah 2. And I love this knife. It's a very nice knife. It's a very fun knife. Let me see if I can't get us a little wider angle here. My lighting's got some new lighting too. I'm gonna try. That's better. This is a very large, very nice knife. I've done a review on this, the Spartan. This is a good size knife, fits well in the hand, but is dwarfed when you compare it to the Rajah 2. I mean, you can just see the size difference. They're enormous. Or rather, the Rajah 2 is enormous. There we go, that's a better comparison. The blade is literally majority of the Spartan. Holy, I tightened this up, now it's kind of hard to close. Put that back. But yeah, the Rajah 2, I'm still debating on whether or not I'll break it down. Maybe as I go through this review I will. One thing unlike the Spartan is you don't need the screws here for the pocket clip to hold it together. It's just these 3 screws here, and then you've got the 2 pins up here for the triad lock, and your main blade pin there. It's got the same quick draw system, so once you pull it out, let me see if I can't find something to kinda, when you draw the knife, if it's in your pocket, you bring it out of the pocket. When it catches your pocket, it pulls that blade back, and if you do it quick enough, there we go, perfect. See if I can't get a little more. Just flips it right open. And that's really fun. I like that. The blade, Japanese AUS 8 stainless steel. Very good edge retention on this, but again, because of the shape of the edge, the contour of the edge, it can be kind of difficult to sharpen. I don't have a really good sharpening system right now, and I'm in the process of getting materials for a strop. I should have that Friday, or in a couple days. The overall length of this, let's see here, it's got a 6-inch blade. My tape measure here, 6-inch blade, and overall we're looking at 14 inches for an overall length on that bad boy. It will actually fit in most jean pockets because of where the clip sits. I did a review on the Paradox, and I said that the clip sat low on the knife, leaving it rising high out of the pocket. I didn't care for that because it caught. This, because of the shape of this handle, does not catch, surprisingly. Even though there is quite a substantial bit of knife sticking out, it doesn't catch nearly as much as the Paradox would. I think I will take this apart, kind of show you guys what it's oh, I know what these are for. Just found some screws. So for a project knife, I'll do a thing on that later, on that project knife. But yeah, I will take it apart. Got my notes here. One thing is, I paid $97 for this, for where I bought it. I've been buying most of my blades, stammering there, from TrueSwords.com. Very good site. I like it because you can build your cart, and then when you have your money, go on there and buy it, and the prices don't change that often. I haven't had them change on me. from the time I select the item to when I actually go and purchase it. But back to the knife, it's got a Gryvex handle, similar to the same material as what's on the Spartan, and see if I can get my lighting here. There we go. See the steel liner in there? The same thing as the Spartan. Got a natural light and it's a little different for me. It's also got the triad lock, as I mentioned, for the pins there. And I think as far as actual statistics on the knife, oh wait, it is 13 ounces, so it's a little heavier than a can of pop, but that's not that bad. I mean, for the size of knife it is, it's, you know, basically you're carrying a small machete in your pocket. And check your knife laws. Here in the state I live in, here in Nebraska, anything over 4.5 inches is considered a knife and has to be carried out in the open, out in the, you know, can't be concealed, which is one reason why I made the sheath. The other one is just ease of carry, and I like it. It's something that I wanted to do. Fits well. It's the first time I've actually had a hard time pulling it out, and as you can see, it sits in there rather well. And this is just scrap leather that I bought. Bought a bag of scrap leather at my local hobby store, and some wax sinew string to hold it all together. And I think on this side I did twice over, and on this side I did 3, just because majority of my stress will be on this bottom side here. On the back, on the loops, I did 2. I'm ranting on about the sheath again. I'll get into that later. Back to the knife. Let's tear this down. The main pin here, and I like Cold Steel's consistency, T10. Got my little hex bit out. See if we can't do this in under 15 minutes. I'm going to try to. There's that. T7. Yeah, that actually worked pretty well. I might start using my tablet actually for these reviews, because I do like the video quality better. I can actually get it up to 720, whereas my camera is limited to 480. So just for you guys, the audio is not the best with the tablet, and I don't have a way to hold it like I have my tripod here. So I'm going to be experimenting with that, seeing what I can do as far as that goes. That is a heck of a long screw. Holy cow. That's about twice the screws that were in the other knives. Well, I had one here. This is about the length that was in the other knives. Whoops. That really can't. Alright. So, quite a bit longer. Try and get this one out, and then we'll break it down. Oh, and it's already coming apart a lot easier. Pops right off. Unlike the Spartan, which, if you've seen that, I had a hard time getting that off. Okay, now this is going to give me a hard time. Nope. Bingo. And there you go. There's the triad lock. Oh, I got some pocket lint in here. Quite a bit of pocket lint. There's your spring sitting in there. Let's get a pointer here. Your spring pointing in there. Puts pressure on here. Now the one thing that this doesn't have, as opposed to like the that's how you do it. The other knife I broke down. Oh yes. This has a little pin that sits in there, whereas this doesn't. And I'm actually looking at branching out, getting some new knives, different brands that I'm going to be reviewing. I don't want to seem biased towards Cold Steel, even though I love their knives. And as you can see, the washers that I love replacing or putting back in. Say that with as much sarcasm as I can muster. Alright, so there you go. Oh, now the main pin there is going to give me a problem. Nope. There we go, back in. Perfect. Oh, there's where the steel liner sets. Just drop that screw into place. We can hand tighten that just to hold it for now. Alright. Now all of these are the same size. Just drop down. And my hand's got WD-40 on it. But as I said, my price was that I paid was about $96, $97 plus the shipping, which wasn't bad. I think Cold Steel's charging a bit more than that on their actual site. And again, I haven't had any issues with any of their knives, aside from the Paradox, which just because of personal preference I don't care for. But other than that, all their knives that I've purchased, I love. There we go. Might want to grab this and just do a quick tightening. That one's tight. I'm going to do a video later on today about modding your knives, which I've been doing quite a bit of. Alright, one thing I just realized is I have failed to give you guys the pros and cons of this knife. I like it. It's, as I said, I'm a large guy. I'm 6'8", and in my hands, this does not look like a large knife. It doesn't. It looks like an average sized pocket knife. But for the average carrier, the average guy, it might look a bit large, and it does have that intimidation factor. Actually, I could probably carry that upside down or sideways. Too bad I didn't put a side carry on that. That would have been perfect. Oh well. The pros, it's got a good feel in the hands. The size for cutting is very nice. I mean, obviously you're not going to use this kind of knife to do just your average cutting. This is going to be something for chopping or for slicing, you know. I'm going to take it out with camping and just put it through the paces, see what I can cut with it. Because like I said, this thing is a small kukri machete. I mean, that's the kind of blade it's got on it, is that kukri style blade, which I love. Edge retention's really good. This Japanese AUS 8 stainless I'm finding is excellent for holding an edge. The cons, size. You have to kind of be aware of carrying this knife for not only legal reasons, but also weight. It can be a little, heavy in your pocket if you're not used to carrying it. And the shape of the blade for sharpening, as I've mentioned, I don't have a really good sharpening system down. Something I plan to work on. Out of 5-star review, I'm going to go ahead and give this a 4 out of 5-star knife, and we'll wrap it up at 14.5 minutes. I was hoping I could get this video done in 15. You guys have a good one. This Chaotic Burn, out.